Chat. Chat, what's up, chat? Hype goofball. Goofball's getting hype already. Not letting off that hype gas pedal. Oh shit, he's hitting us. Hydrate. Keeps reminding me to update that stupid graphic. I'm getting it. I'm getting a goof. Drinking it. It's good. It actually reminds me to drink it. I got a big thing of water right next to me. And sometimes I get so hype I forget about it, right? Man, so we finished up with some Valheim yesterday. I've been thinking about that seed. I want to go back to it. I don't really want to play this right now. I kind of just want to play some Valheim. We got a pretty good start on that new seed. Found some good stuff there. Do it. If I don't play this though, then I'm gonna forget how to play it, and then I'm not gonna be able to come back to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of one of those type of players where like, if I don't play something every day, I was lurking a bit. So I want to play this a little bit at least, you know, just to like kind of keep the muscles warm. And also like just keep the progression going too, otherwise she'll never level up. I'd like to get her to 60, that'd be pretty cool. I've never gotten a hardcore WoW character to 60. 30 is the furthest I've ever gotten. I think before that it was like 15 or something. Always doing dumb stuff like falling off of places like this. I was lurking a bit. Yeah, Valheim's fun, dude. It's, I don't know, there's something about it, man. It feels kind of like this, like adventure, but like, I don't know, the combat's like just juicy enough. And I can get really fucking lost. I love that. And building stuff, I don't know, it's just like, it's got more to it. It's just like, it's dynamic enough to like really pique all my interests. My creative interest, my interest in combat, my interest in exploration. Yes, this is dangerous. I could fall off here and totally just like dead. 80-hour character, dead. Wild, man. It makes me nervous. My juice is pumping just standing over there. What's this? What's this? Wanted poster. Arak Grim Totem. Oh, I like fighting these Grim Totem guys. They're like the bad Taurens. I think that quest is too high for us though. Yeah, they're yellow. Alien egg. We could go do an alien egg. But I think all this stuff down here is pretty dangerous. I think we want to go someplace a little safer. I don't know if there is any place. We don't have any green quests. This is the only green quest. Turtles? We could go, let's go kill some turtles. I want to make some turtle soup. 8 stamina. Kill bears. We'll kill bears over there too. We'll go bear hunting. Turtle hunting. We get our cooking on point. Now we finally got our cooking books last time. And our first aids. Now our first aid can go up to 225 and our cooking up to 225. Let's work on the cooking. Over in the hinterlands, the called the Rathy? Oh, Hillsbrad. Yeah, we'll go back over to Hillsbrad. And then along this river here, there's a bunch of these turtles we can hunt. And then over here, there's a bunch of bears. Area. So we'll start with the bears until we get our cooking leveled up enough to do the turtles. Kind of hang out here and kind of chill. Could do a dungeon too. We probably should be doing dungeons on the daily, because those lock out every day. You can only do one per day. see where are we at in the level 30. So, oh, Scarlet Graveyard. We could, oh, barely though. Genome Regon, Razorfin Call, Black Fathom Deeps. Oh, we could do Black Fathom. That's a fun one. Done Shadowfang twice. Haven't done Dead Mines. Done Wailing Caverns twice. Did Ragefire twice. Yeah, I'd like to do Dead Mines. Just for the fuck of it. Yeah, these dungeons in World of Warcraft are really top notch. Especially like this Dead Mine one. It's really cool. You go into like this cave and it's like there's all this story, like there's so much story behind it. Like a whole zone kind of like leads to it, and there's just all these tie-ins. Even years down the road, they're doing tie-ins to it. Like, so these aren't just like random places, you know, themes or whatever. They're like really deeply embedded into the game. Westfall. This is where that dungeon I was talking about is. It's right here. And this is all Alliance territory, so we can't go through it without getting attacked. There's Stormwind, the capital. We'd have to go to Gromgal and then go up the coast, I think. We have to swim up the... There's Booty Bay, and we haven't even discovered Gromgal yet. We have to go up here. Which, this is all too high territory for us. Like level 40s. I think we're getting close. But I don't know how people get there in hardcore. In softcore, you just run there and you die a couple times, whatever, you corpse hop. Not a big deal. But hardcore, yeah, you gotta be a little more careful there. Freaking smoked. $80-hour character. Let's see how much time have I wasted on this character. How you doing, Goof? Are you playing games today? What you up to? Been hanging out pretty regularly. Appreciate it. Getting the lurks in, saying the highs. Always nice to have someone to chat to, chat with, chat to, talk to. Yeah, words. Words. I speak words. 96 hours played. 4 days, 24 hours a day. Plus 20 minutes and 39 seconds. And then this level, time played, this level is 5 hours. Level 30. I've been taking my time. I've been going super slow. Like I've been walking, like literally walking through a lot of the content. Not just figuratively. But what's a goofball doing today? Is he playing any games? I know you said you played League of Legends. Maybe that's all goofball plays. I think he needs to play some Valheim. Our daily walk through the city. gotta take our hat off too. Huge. Yeah, we got shoulders yesterday. We got super nice shield. Got a cloak upgrade, I think. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Yeah, these shoulders are sick. 8 strength and 6 stamina, 169 armor. Massive. Our helmet's still no stats though. We gotta find a helmet somewhere. And trinkets. I should go check the warrior. Yeah, I should go check the warrior trainer. Pretty sure we get a quest at Ascrit. We're almost done at level 30. We'll go back. We'll skip it. We'll go back up at 31. We'll grind some bears and turtles. Who's that? Sorry. You been playing any games? You been getting any game time in? I know you play League of Legends. You should play some Valheim. I was thinking about setting up a server. Like a multiplayer server. Dude touched me. Ran right into me like a... See me. Look at all the moonwalkers. Ooh, what? Haven't played anything since November? Oh man. I do that too though. Like if I'm not at my computer, I don't play games. I don't play games on my phone. I don't play games on laptops. I have console. I guess I got a Switch that I kind of been taking with me recently, but I don't really play it when I bring it even with me. It's just kind of, it just kind of sits on the shelf. What's up, Swanifier? Huge. Huge, huge, huge. Look at me, I'm getting massive, dude. This character's getting tough as shit. Look at this badass shield I got yesterday. Bam. Getting rowdy. She's got, she's getting stacked, dude. She's got 2 blue rings, blue sword, blue shield, blue chest piece, green shoulder pads, massive. Still working on the helmet though, and everything else is we got good green slots and everything else. Yeah, she's getting pretty tough. But we got to RP when we're in town, so people take notice. We've been getting some interactions. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna clip them all up when she finally dies. Make a good video of her life. Blobbar's adventures, and that's kind of what I like about the hardcore games is like I'd rather die a memorable death than just like fade out and not have fun with the game anymore. Like I'd rather just like be done with it short and then move on to the next one instead of playing a game until I'm just like utterly sick of it, you know? All goofing. Greetings, Sir Swanifier. I never realized she's a female. They're always looking from the back. Dude, you never seen her booty? She's got a pretty good booty. Definitely got them lady hips. Look at them hips. Tell me that's not... Couldn't tell that was a chick. But yeah, if I'm zoomed out, I guess it's kind of hard to. She's still got a little bit of sway to her hips. I mean, pretty feminine. And then the shoulder pads do kind of make her look a little more androgynous. For some reason I thought it was a really skinny guy. Yeah, it could be. Could be like kind of a more androgynous guy. What about the boobs? Look at her boobs. She's got big boobs too. She's kind of cute. I mean, for a troll. She's zooming on her face. And see, she ain't. She's kind of. She got boobas. Look at her boobas. Got the lady boobas. Oh shit. Oh shit. Zeppelin's here. This is how people die. They try to like hop on the Zeppelin. And there's not enough time. And then they fall and get splattered. Yo! I think this is going to the wrong place though. Yeah, let's want to go this way. Keep it real. Yeah, we'll dance. You guys can see how ladylike my character is. Oh, Zeppelin's here. No time for dancing. Might be the shoulder pads. Yeah, the shoulder pads are huge, dude. And then when I put a helmet on too, looks even more like a dude. But here, check out my moves though. She's got some dance moves. Let's get a good place to record our TikTok here. We got to get our hair out too. Go. Huge dance moves. Yeah, skinny guy. And your visit perfectly for PT. Oh yeah, right. Mid-January they're saying maybe another playtest. Get home, log on PC and start gaming. Wait, did they announce the playtest? I don't see any events in the Discord. Are you assuming the Legacy playtest is going to be on the 14th? Or did they actually say? Yeah. I might not be hardcore on the PT. Gotta set up my PC again and get some medical stuff. But I'm ready to kill some noobs. Oh shit. He's gunning for the junkers. Been trying to get some gamers on for fun competition. Last Kina they said 14th, 15th. Nice. Yeah, you need to. I'm more of just like a PvE nerd. I PvP, but I don't like. It's hard to get me sweaty over it, and not just get me to do memes. Oh shit, we went to the wrong place. Oh no. Let's do a shock.
No chance.
No. Oops. Yeah, like I play PvP games, but like not like really my thing, you know. I like fighting, but I like doing this kind of dumb shit here too, where you just walk around and like talk to people. But I killed you. I've killed you before, Swan of Fire. I don't think I've ever killed you on your hunter though. I've killed you a couple times on your priest and your warrior maybe. But I think you've handled me more times than I probably realize. That's kind of the one bad thing about the PvP is I never know who kills me. I hate that. I wish it told me in the game so then people didn't have to come tell me in the Discord. This place is definitely too high level for us. We shouldn't be here. We're gonna get our flight path though since we screwed up and came here. So then when we're close, we can yeah, kill feeds are great. I think it's definitely something I'd like to see in the game. Yeah, kill feeds are cool. Although I know in like High Roller for some reason they don't have. Oh, we do got the Booty Bay. Go to Booty Bay and take the boat. No, we gotta take the Zeppelin back.
Never dull.
If there's anything here I need to buy, either West, definitely. Yeah, these guys are 36, 40, 51. Yeah, we should get out of here before we get in trouble. Yeah, kill feeds are nice though. But yeah, like High Rollers in D&D, they don't have kill feed in there. Just in the regular lobbies. I suppose for like tactical reasons, right? Like it keeps like more of a fog of war active if you don't know who's left. You know, someone could be waiting, you know, till the last person's standing basically, and then just wait for a bunch of people to die, and then you don't start engaging until like a couple fights go down. So there's tactical reasons not to have it, I guess. Kind of blows that fog of war away. Where you can't really see what the other player's doing, you know what they're doing. That's why I think things like the horn are so interesting. Crap, that was my boat. So I think the horn is so interesting for the warrior, and why I don't think it should be nerfed anymore, because when you blow the horn, frickin' everybody hears it. Like, everybody knows that a warrior just fucking got juiced, right?
Time is money, friend.
It's like a big, here I am, come frickin' screw with me. I swear, every time I blow the horn, I get into a fight with like 3 people. Because they just know. Hunter Eagle, same. Yeah, same. I love that game design. It's great. That's why those things shouldn't be nerfed too much. You know, those things should be powerful because it's a high. It's a reveal. You know, like you're revealing your hand. But that one, yeah, that one's the Hunter Eagle should be even more powerful, I think, because you use it like many times throughout the map. Something like horn, maybe you use once or twice. I guess if you're PvPing a lot, you'd probably use it a lot more. But yeah, I like that kind of risk versus reward gameplay. Like, give me really powerful stuff, but also make it risky to use. I think that's cool. You know, like blowing the horn, sure, it gives me lots of rage and I can do lots of actions, but it also could lead to more encounters that are gonna mess me up. Like, is it worth it? Do I try to be a little more stealthy? Like, I gotta kind of consider that a little bit. Same thing with the Eagle. I think it got not nerfed too hard. Fixed the bug on the same playtest where they hard nerfed it. On the Eagle, yeah. I haven't seen. I don't think I seen hardly anybody use it last time. When I gave my initial feedback on the Eagle balance, I didn't know it's only supposed to instacast on +4 swiftness. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like it's hard to know exactly what they intend. Like I can't speak to the hunter abilities, but the warrior abilities are I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, you know, like the skill book for charge says like 6 seconds on a cooldown. I've never seen a cooldown on a charge. It's always been instacast. It's always been. So I don't know. I mean, and then all the weird secondary and tertiary attacks, like in mid sprint or moving left, moving right. There's a different attack. There's like so many different attacks. I love it. I kind of like that obscurity though. I then have to like try to figure it out, and like I get to play with it, you know. I just don't like following guides and stuff. I like there to be enough context in the game where I can figure it out myself, and then I feel like I've earned this knowledge, right? Like Sea of Thieves has lots of things like that. Like there's a sword charge you can do in that game, and it's really cool. You just hold the button, it charges it up. But if you hold block, and block will free you to move in 360 degrees while you're sword charging, and then if you jump right at the last second, you can launch yourself because the physics of the charge will be untethered from like a stationary point, and if you time that right, you get this crazy lunge, and you can like board on ships, and you can do all sorts of wild stuff with it. But it's like an earned skill that like nobody, it's like an exploit basically that people have perfected into this sword charge, and you have to kind of earn that knowledge by like talking to people and like playing the game, and like this kind of iceberg sort of thing, you know. It's like you just don't know about these mechanics unless you actually play the game a lot and socialize in it, and I just love stuff like that. I don't like gatekeeping necessarily, but I do like deep knowledge, like communal knowledge. I think that makes the game feel like really special, you know, because you can't map it out. I mean, you can't plan that kind of stuff. It has to like just happen organically as the game develops. That's true, but I'll still get figured out. Yeah, it still gets figured out eventually. Yeah. Anyways, and I feel it just gatekeeps knowledge harder, and there's more difficult for new players. It's true. It's true. You got to find a balance, right? There's a balance there. Because I get bored of tutorials. Like if you put a tutorial in front of me, I probably won't finish the tutorial. Honestly, I'll probably get sidetracked with something else. Like I'm just tutorial adverse. Can't do it. But if you give me this sandbox where I can play, I'll naturally like have more fun. But yeah, there's some balance there, and some things maybe should be kind of kept back because it's unnecessary. Like new players don't need to know a lot of these things, right? It's just like too much information for some players. So in my opinion, the design of the game should be anybody can pick it up and play it, right? Your mom can pick it up and play it. You can play it with one hand. You're probably not going to be able to beat it, but you're going to be able to pick it up, have fun with it. And then over time, you should be able to gain skill, and then that skill ceiling should be extremely high. And what that does is it allows everybody to play it and have fun, opens it up, and gets your player base nice and big. But then the pinnacle should be high, you know, like massive skill ceilings is what I like to see. Sea of Thieves, I mean, you gotta do naval combat, you gotta do team deathmatch combat, you gotta do all sorts of shit in that game. And it does kind of gatekeep new players. But gear does that too. Like if you don't do skill-based games, if you do gear-based games, and I guess Tarkov is an example of kind of a game that does both, right? Like there's gear and skill, and new players get gate kept the fuck out of that game, like hard. Because like So Sea of Thieves is a good example of I think a pretty open PvP game because there's no power progression. It's all skill. It's pure skill. So if you come into Sea of Thieves with shooter skill, like you can like hit targets, you're gonna do better than half the people who play it, right? And just based on your innate skills that you're bringing to the game, you know. Look at people just stop, dude, when they see me. They can't. I break people's minds with slow walking like this. They can't handle it. Somebody waved at me earlier. Let's go fight. There's a guy in the bar here. We can go fight. We'll RP with him a little bit and see if we can't get people to join in. Yeah, I totally agree. I just think it would have too much of an impact on new players quitting the game. Yeah, you need that player base, dude. I mean, you need people to, but you have to be able to, yeah, somehow facilitate both of those players existing in the same game. And whether that's different maps or different ranks, you know, I think World of Warcraft did it really well. Where like your mom could play it and go do herbing and then sell the herbs on the auction house and like fly potions for the raid. I mean, and then after like the raiders got their first wave done, she could come in and like, you know, and trade for all of her alchemy and stuff. She could like come in and like get some loot, and it kind of creates this ecosystem, right, within the game where not everybody's directly involved in combat. Some people are involved in farming, you know. Some people are involved in social events. Some people are involved in, yeah, like social events, like setting up tournaments and stuff like that, or setting up other sort of, you know, events within the game. Like, you want these ecosystems where like not everybody is just this hardcore PvP head, in my opinion, and that's how you get broad player bases. It kind of just becomes a circle jerk when you got too many PvPers, you know, and then the game just kind of peters out. Even like League of Legends, like there's like unranked matches. I mean, I don't know. Somehow you got to make room for everybody. Tough. Yeah, it's hard to give the sandbox to new players when there's people who have like 300 hours in the lobby and keep the new players. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I got almost 300 hours in Legacy. I usually don't attack people unless they attack me, is how I handle it. You know? I usually just like, I'll just walk up to them and stare at them. Sometimes I'll attack them, but usually I let them make the first move. So if they're aggressive and they want to fight, you know, I'll provide them that fight. I'll give them the fight. But if they're not looking for it, I'll usually let them go. I like talking to them too. It's kind of fun. I've had some pretty funny interactions. But not everybody's like me, right? Like a lot of people just want to kill. They don't give a shit, right? They just want more Timmies for their clip or whatever the fuck. And that's the kind of, and that's just like toxic behavior. Like that's, I mean, there's certain game designs that encourage that, right? Like Sea of Thieves is another, like one of the main games I can talk about. But in that game, you have to camp, you have to spawn camp people to sink them, because their boat is the spawn point, and they'll keep respawning if the boat is up. You got to get on their boat, and you got to frickin' what was that? I tried not attacking a guy. His name was Blabar. He killed me. He killed me. Yeah, so like I got a clip. I got a hilarious clip of this guy. I have on like white gear. That's it. I don't got anything else. I got white gear on. And I'm like running away. I see another warrior. He's got no gear on. He starts chasing me. I stop. I turn around. I wind up a big swing. Like, come at me, bro. Like, if you want to fight, here I am, you know. And then he charges in and just gets his ass handed to him. Like 2 combos. And he says to me, that wasn't a skill check. That was a gear check. It's like, dude, you seen my gear and then you attack me. and it's only white gear versus junk gear. It's not that much different. And he was salty as fuck. I got a clip of it. It's hilarious. I watch it every day and I laugh. Like, how? And so that's the mentality of the people you're trying to protect. And maybe it's not worth protecting them. Maybe just let them get killed, and then they'll leave and go play another game. Like, fuck them. You know? Like, if they can't handle an L after they pick a fight, like, come on, dude. Like, I don't feel bad about squishing that guy at all, you know? And then there was another guy I did feel bad about squishing, but I let him. I came up to him and I was like ready to like squish him, and then I could tell he's new, and he's kind of like, he wasn't really attacking. And I was like, what's up, dude? Are you new? Like, do you want to fight? Like, I won't fight you if you don't want to fight. He's like, oh no, we're gonna fight. He's like, let's fight, you know. And then I beat him, and then he's like, oh man, I didn't even know how to change weapons. How do you change weapons, man? Like, oh man, this sucks. And it's like, some people just can't handle L's, dude. And maybe Legacy's not the game for them, you know? I don't know, a lot of it's about community, you know? And like what kind of community a game develops. Because there's like little community kind of rules basically that happen, you know? Like in Sea of Thieves, you usually don't attack ships without cosmetics. And in Legacy, I usually don't attack people without gear. You know, if they're obviously in junk gear, I usually don't just like set on them. And so there's these like little unspoken rules that kind of develop as communities grow up. And I don't know, I think as long as we're mindful of that, that's all we can really do to help foster like a good community, you know? And say GG. I always say GG, or I try to anyways. Or I don't say anything at all. I only talk shit when people talk shit back, and then I keep it pretty PG. I keep it pretty chill. Try not to. Somebody wants me to tank. That's another thing about playing warriors in this game. You're always in high demand. Those people just need to get better, and killing them can drive them to grinding the game for hours until they're good enough to never die. It's pretty easy to never die in an extraction game, right? Mentality if you're pretty skilled. That's true. And I don't think you can really protect the people who aren't those players. I think they're just going to wash out. I think that's just the nature of that game. You know, unless they put in like a PvE mode, and then those people could go play that version of the game, but I think that's a terrible fork in the road to kind of draw. I don't ever, like Sea of Thieves did that. Now they got PvE servers and then PvPvE servers. So now like new players go to the PvE servers and play like half of the game, and then to finish the rest of the half of the game they have to go into the high seas, which is the mixed lobby, and they get dunked on, and then they cry and they complain, and they blow up Reddit, they blow up all the rare forums with, oh, this game sucks, it all needs to be in the PvE mode, and like they're just pushing more and more of the game to PvE out of the PvPvE. And that's something I'd hate to see happen with Legacy. Like, I think that tension is what made me love Sea of Thieves, was like being able to go on a quest, but then I'm so good, I'm not super good at games, but I'm good enough that I can crush the computers. So I need players mixed in there to make it more difficult. You know what I mean? It's too scripted. I need players for adversity. You know? They're not the main dish that I'm going after, but like they're definitely they make the meal more juicy. That human interaction is kind of unique and special. Yeah, I wish V-Rising never had PvE servers ruin the game. Well, it splits the community, right? And it reinforces the mindset that you can't attack me in the game unless I want to attack you. And that non-consensual combat is really exciting, man. I mean, that's what makes those kind of games exciting, is is there's no safe places, you know? Sea of Thieves, you can run as long as you can, but it doesn't fucking matter. No place is safe in that game. There's no zone you go into and then all of a sudden you're invincible. Nope. You're on the high seas, man. You're sailing with the pirates, you know? Pirate water. And it's just exciting. Like, even if you don't like eke it out, it's almost more fun to get jumped and be the victim and then like hit him with an uppercut and be like, whoa, didn't expect that. Kind of more my play. I like to dummy him in a lot of times. It's kind of fun. Do the old rope-a-dope. Bear meat. That's what we're going after. We started yapping. We just parked our ass in the city there. We haven't done any gaming. Oh shit, the vial. That's right. I filled up that freaking vial. Retrieve the... Oh yeah, we gotta go... Yo, let's go do that. Started that quest last night and I forgot all about it. But we had to get back to work anyway, so... Yeah, the devs get more focused on the PvE. Yep, they start balancing, they start building towards that because that's what people are giving them feedback for. And then all the PvE balance just doesn't get taken care of. Nobody freaking look, where am I at? I'm in the wrong building. Yeah, you can't. And it's sad to see, like that's totally what's happening to Sea of Thieves though. And it's losing that edge and excitement for me. Because the reason I fell in love with that game was the PvPvE. It had this big, cool sandbox, and you know, the sailing was cool, and it's all cool and everything, but it's like boring without some PvP in there. Like this game, the reason I fell in love with this game was the PvP servers. But now, I don't know, it doesn't really hit the same anymore. So now I'm fine with just PvE in this game. Devs are more focused on the PvE, which made sense, yeah, because the business, yeah, exactly, that's what the people are paying for, because they had a ton of PvE players, yep, and they just want to like buy cosmetics in a shop. They don't want to earn shit, because then they felt gate kept out of the good shit because they can't earn it, or they won't spend the time to earn it because they don't have the time, you know. They have to do other shit. They can't play games. And then the hard answer to that is, well, this game isn't for you. You know, I'm sorry, but this game requires skill, which equals time to play. So maybe, you know, maybe it's a better game for you to watch than play. Which is the hard answer, right? Nobody wants to hear that. But I think action games are kind of more like that. Skill cap's just higher. I mean, maybe if they did something with maps, you could kind of break it up a little bit. Like they're talking about the farm map or whatever. Which would be just like super low stakes. And maybe just keep people a certain amount of hours out of there or something. I don't know, that seems kind of bad too. I don't know how you do it really. It seems like a tough sell though, the PvE stuff. I love it, but I think it's because I get it, and I don't think a lot of people get it. To them, it's just like annoying to get attacked when they're out like trying to do a quest or something. To me, it's exciting. You know, it's a story. You know, oh, I was chopping woods. I only had like 2 more logs to get, and this rogue started stabbing me in the back, and you know, I turned around and I fought him as hard as I could, and I killed him. But then his buddy showed up, and I couldn't take his buddy out too. But then this hunter showed up and helped me, and we became friends. And, you know, it's this narrative that kind of unwraps as it happens, and you can't really get that with scripted games. It just doesn't work. It doesn't hit the same. It always feels like a script. You know, whenever you watch a cutscene in a game or whatever, it's the same freaking thing over and over. I just played too many games, I think is what it is. I played video games for too long. I've seen too much, man. Game could have blown up if they're only focused on PvP. I think V Rising is the highest skill ceiling game I've ever played. That's so interesting, man. I played V Rising maybe 30 hours. Like I got the horse. I got the horse and I got like a couple waypoints unlocked and stuff. I think I made iron tier weapons. And I started to see what you're talking about, like, because there's so many bosses, and each one has a different skill, and you mix and match those with the weapons. It seemed like really freaking deep combat-wise. It felt like Diablo almost, like I don't know. But I never even considered playing PvE mode, PvP mode. Never even considered it. But yeah, so I played like maybe 20, 30 hours. They lowered the skill ceiling. Oh, really? Yeah, I think I played it before 1.0. I think the early access launch is when I played it. But I never considered playing on PvP server. Now, if they would have only sold me PvPvE servers, I would have been cool with it. But given the option in a new game, I'd probably start out with the PvE so I could like learn or whatever. But the trouble is then I get bored because it's too easy. And then I quit. You have to use 9 weapon slots. They reduced it to 8. Okay. Yeah, I remember there being a bunch. And then plus the skills on top. It was pretty cool. Oh, console friend. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. It's hard to design for both controller and keyboard because keyboard's just wild. I've been playing pretty much exclusively keyboard and mouse for the last like 20 plus years. I can't even play controllers anymore, man. I have like dumb thumb and I can't aim with them, and I just can't do it. I have like all the controllers. I plug them in once in a while when I play certain games, and they just feel bad, man. I don't know. My mouse and keyboard is like my spot. When the game first came out, I never even got past iron weapon progression. I just joined fresh lobbies, PvP, and copper, then moved on. Yeah, I think that'd be the way to do the PvP. The PvP'd in copper? Isn't that like the lowest tier? Does it not matter that much, or are people just that bad at the game? I could see either one being true. Oh yeah, so we gotta go here to the Terrans. We can go into that cave now. Fell to their death in the Barrens. They were level 12. Randolph just died, you guys. Terrible. Terrible news. And he fell too. That was in the Barrens. How did he fall in the Barrens? Oh shit, this is gonna be close. Oh my god. We made it. Yeah, these elevators are the scariest part about this freaking game. I watched some guys duel to the death on one. So the other guy couldn't run away. He's like splat if he tried to run. For about a day you can get decent copper PvP. Then day 2 you can get good iron PvP for a day or two if it's a populated server. That's cool. So a couple days worth of investment. I'll yell at him. Huge. Massive RP opportunities. I'm going to spell opportunities wrong. Massive RP opportunities. Whistles at me, waves at me. They're fans, dude. See, we're making fans here. We're winning the hearts and the minds of the people of Azeroth. The end game on V Rising sucks. In 1.0, I could get max level in 8 hours, and then they'd play wipe for about 4 or 5 days in game, and just quit and wait for the next. Yeah, too quick of a gameplay loop, right? I like slow gameplay loops, obviously. Freaking walking. I'm like extending this gameplay loop as long as I possibly can. Yeah, I played this character for 80 hours, Spawn. And she's only half done. Now we're getting into RP mode. See here, now we're in combat mode. Putting our helmet on. Taking out our weapons. Running. We're going to this cave right here. Oh, she's still got her lantern though. We gotta keep saying I need to build a macro to switch these, and I never do it. Gonna get it killed one day though. Be trying to switch those and. Like these would put 80 hours into one server on V Rising, but past that would be pretty boring depending on who's on the server and what mods they had. And then when you die in that game, it's not like hardcore, right? Like you just go back to your keep or something, or is it like you actually wipe and lose your stuff? Or do you keep the world basically and then your character dies? I know I read about people getting their horses stolen on PvP servers, and I thought that was awesome. I thought that was the coolest thing I ever heard about that game, was like people getting their horses stolen. They were like, oh, I had this blah blah blah, you know, this fast horse or whatever, and I left him in the stable, and this morning he's gone. Somebody killed it or something, I can't remember. I think they stole it though. Which I thought was just hilarious. Basically you're setting you to level 0, but no one plays full loot. Yeah, see, and that's the trouble. Like, if you have options to turn that shit off, people do. Right? Like in Legacy, if you had the option to turn off full loot and just do like no loot lobbies, I bet you everybody would do it. And then it'd be like you and Otter or something in the full loot lobby. Guys like me, you got to entice. You got to entice me into PvP. You got to give me something juicy to get in there. Cause I don't like to PvP just like for the sake of fighting. I like there to be some sort of story or narrative behind it, you know. And the combat's got to be really good. This could be dangerous in here. These caves are the worst. Because all this stuff here is going to respawn behind me now. Oh shit, somebody died in here. Dude. He's dead. Did he just die? I think he killed these things and died, dude. I don't see anybody else. That's a fresh corpse, man. That's scary. Okay, so what am I doing here? Cloven hoof. Use the water you brought. You'll be able to temporarily douse the flame. Be careful though. The Kraken centaur. We gotta fight these centaur guys. They got a little sacred flame in here we gotta put out. I'm afraid I'm gonna get murdered. No, someone else is in here. A bunch of dead stuff. There he is. Pirate. The human. It's the opposite faction as me. If this was a PvP server right now, see, we could kill that player. But it's not, so. We're gonna go up and jack his flame just like this other guy's doing here. We'll go help him after we do it though. Make sure he gets his turn in too. He's got it. Chad. He didn't need my help. Most servers had, oh, so you take durability. Oh, your takes durability. Take and delete everything you worked and farm for. Imagine if someone could raid your stash and legacy. Normal mode, people. Oh, you wipe people by raiding their castle. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool as hell. Taking all the materials. That sounds awesome. Yeah, like siege play. That sounds fun. That sounds like Rust or something though. So that's tough to do because then you need everybody online at the same time. I think the only way like siege stuff like that would work with full loot would be like you'd have to have servers up at like scheduled times. And then if like a certain amount of people don't sign up, then the server doesn't go live. Right? So then you don't have to like no life it. You know, you could be like, okay, we're gonna play this game Tuesday night. And then like sieges and stuff can happen. Because if that stuff happens and you're offline, that feels super bad. Right? If you logged in and your castle is gone, all your shit was just gone. But I love that idea. Like that's a great freaking game design, I think. But it has to be like really controlled. Otherwise, the grief is, you know, too much. People just, it's unplayable in my opinion. If you can log out and just lose everything. Unless you have like a really deep social system. But yeah, even then, you know, if you have a huge guild, someone's always going to be online. I don't know, that's like a social sandbox scenario, right? That's like a different type of game. That's like EVE Online, right? Like EVE Online is a good example of that. How those kind of systems play out. Rust is kind of a smaller version of it because they have peer-to-peer servers. They don't have persistent servers, so it's a little more manageable that way. Just because you can isolate on servers. Whereas in EVE, I mean, it's a full MMO where people are cooking each other constantly, right? So you have to have these massive teams of, I think Thor's team was like 20,000 people in EVE. That's how many players was on his guild. So somebody would always be online in that group of 20,000. And then you could have like full raid sieges, and that's kind of how that game works. But it's a social sandbox game, which is a whole different set of rules and gameplay. But I think those games are definitely like the higher bar as far as conceptually designed games go. I also think they're harder to do. You know, games like Legacy, they're smaller and, you know, more focused on just the extraction gameplay loop are much easier to fine tune and balance and like make fun, you know? Some of that stuff, it's hard to make it fun. In normal mode, yeah, you'd wipe their raiding, yeah, castles and golems. That sounds so awesome, dude. Imagine if you could raid a stash in Legacy after killing you, dude. Take and delete everything you worked for and farmed. Yep, yeah, they could get the keys to your Dude, what if you killed somebody, you get a key to their lodge? Right? You could get a key to their lodge. And you can go into their lodge with a key and loot everything. Kill all their vendors. Steal all their stuff. That's how V-Rising is. Yeah, I think that sounds great, man. I mean, that sounds like pinnacle PvPvE to me. Like mixed world adventure game, you know? I think it sounds great, but yeah, it's also super high risk, high reward, so then people get burned out. But if you just die out in the open world, you don't lose all your gear, just your inventory. I see. And if your gear takes durability damage, they get materials it took to craft that amount in your gear. That's cool. Wait, and if the gear takes durability damage, well, they get the materials it took to craft. Okay, so they get something out of it. Most servers set at the 12% durability loss and PvP death, so you can die about 7 times before your gear all breaks and becomes useless. If it breaks, you can't repair it. It's like permanent damage. That's kind of cool. That's like Diablo 1. Diablo 1 like that. No item was... No, you could repair them. I can't remember actually. Could you repair them? I think you could repair them, but if it broke, it was broke. Have you played Zelda? The new Zeldas? Those items, like none of those weapons in Zelda are permanent. They all have durability, and they all break over time. It's a really interesting design. But the way it works really well. It's really engaging and fun. But at first I was like, oh man, I don't want to be remaking weapons all the time. The thing is, like, making weapons is really fun. So like, you want to make the next weapon. Like, you want to get to the next zone and find the next thing you can add to this thing to make the next weapon. Like a really engaging part of gameplay. Not tedious, like fun.
We shall meet again.
Yeah, it's all about game design and intention of the developers, and they have to be very focused on what they want to create, and then fine-tune that gameplay loop, you know, and polish that gameplay loop, and make sure that loop feels as fun as it can. It's a tough job, dude. Making games is not easy. I mean, there's like so many subjective areas of it that's just a matter of taste. There's all the stuff you can fuck up on, like this, you know, like hit registration. There's a big one in PvP games, you know, all that kind of stuff. Loopholes for exploits, and that's all the technical stuff that isn't subjective. Like if you get that wrong, it's just not a secure game. It can't be PvP. It doesn't have any integrity, you know. Yeah, there are raid times in V-Rising. Oh, that's cool. Or like if everybody could sign up for like a raid or something, some way you could do it that people don't get just offlined. Because I know that happens in Rust. That's like a problem with Rust. They can only raid other people's bases, typically between 6 and 8 every day. Yeah, some sort of schedule so everyone's like in on it, you know. It's cool to have that extra layer of like unknownness, but like you'd have to have like social sandbox games, like I was saying, like with like 20k people to in a team or whatever, to being able to raid on Rust. Yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah, it's like I said, it works in some games, but yeah, the V-Rising is just Vampire Rust on top of down. Yeah, it is. Yeah, V-Rising is interesting. The gameplay design is cool. It reminded me a lot of Diablo, and then like Pokemon almost. Like I'm like going around collecting all these monsters and their magic. Maybe like Monster Hunter. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I liked it. I try to play most new games, but I don't hit them all. But that was definitely one of them. Me and my homies played. We had a couple servers. You can repair it but it cost the amount of resources it took to originally craft it. The last time I played with one of my homies, and it's like 3 of us, and 2 of us died, and the other guy just like totally ditched us. He just like ran and let us die basically. And then like we're having trouble getting our stuff back, so he's like, "Oh, I'll come help you." And so he came and he helped us, air quotes, by looting our corpses and it's like stealing all of our shit. He's like, "I got all your stuff, don't worry about it." And we're like, "Cool, can we have it back?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's all mixed together now. Here, I'll just make you like something." It's like, "Fuck you, dude, asshole." Yeah, that guy. He's always doing shit like that in games, though. Every game we ever played, he'd freaking cheat. It was so annoying. Like, I love the guy to death. He's like one of my oldest friends, but freaking cheats in every freaking game, dude. Ooh, mine's a little bit better. It looks a little cooler, though. I don't know.
What brings you here?
Cheaters. Bothers me so much. People feel the need
Eternal sun
to
shine
cheat in games. It's sad to me. Like, the games mean a lot to me, but like, cheating isn't the way to do it.
How may I aid you?
That's not how I just don't have fun.
Maybe.
It's like super short-term cheating fun. Like I did it once when I first got a computer. I learned how to like hack and code and stuff, and I got some programs, ran some, what did I run? Like wall hacks and aimbots. And it was seriously fun for like an hour. And then I was like so bored out of my mind. But yeah, like it was exciting. It was exhilarating. It was more just the question of if I could, you know? That was exciting about it. You can repair it, but it costs the amount of resources it took to originally craft it. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you could get really behind the curve then. If someone breaks all of your gear, how do you get more gear? You'd have to start all over with bone stuff, right? You have to punch the skeletons. Yeah, I think the bone stuff was the first tier. Yeah, that was a cool game. I should probably revisit it. I remember not really liking that they had first time I kind of looked at it like, what are you guys up to? Was the DLC. They had DLC before it was out of early access. I don't really like that. It seems kind of greedy to me. But then again, I didn't follow it close. I don't know how well they did. I know they got 90,000 positive reviews on Steam. That's pretty damn good. I mean, that's like super good. That's so hard to get. Is anybody playing it right now? Rising. Community Hub. 6,000 people are playing right now. That's pretty good. I mean, that's about like Sea of Thieves. I think Sea of Thieves. Let's see what Sea of Thieves has got. Sea of Thieves gets up to like 20,000 on Steam, but still 11,000 now. Yeah, that's enough for a community. I mean, 6K isn't a lot, but if you split 6,000 up between what, 20 player servers? How many players are on a server? Let's just say 20. 6,000 divided by 20. That's 300 servers at max capacity. The 6K is more than enough to have a community in V Rising, you know? And that's kind of how Sea of Thieves works too, right? Each server is 20 players. So as long as you have enough to rotate out that 20 players. Problem is half those players are PvE only. Yeah. You start splitting up. That's true. And yeah, and that's why that's bad, right? That's why having separate game modes is bad. For PvE games. You need to get all of that into under one umbrella. Yeah, because then you split that in half, right? And then there's probably other world modifiers too. Right, you start splitting, yeah, it starts getting diced down. You just need one mega server where everybody can play. You know what I see all this leading to? And a lot of people disagree. But I see all of this this splitting up of those player bases. I see it leading to the Oasis. One competitive server needs 60 plus pop. Oh, that's pretty big actually. Yeah, so you take, I'm so bad at math. I use calculator sharp things. So 6,000 divided by 60. I should be able to do that in my head. 100? Yeah, 100. Yeah, and so that's only, so now you're down to 100. Now you're down to 100 servers, and that gets to be a little bit tough. 300 servers isn't bad. 100 servers is starting, and then like you said, you need to split those in half between PvE. Now you're down to 50 servers, and then time zone those out. You know, maybe a fourth of those are in your time zone. Now you're looking at like 10 servers. I think this is leading to the Oasis. I think that's the only way games are going to work in the future. Because there's too many games. There's just too many games. You're never going to get everybody to play the same game again. So you need the Oasis instead. So then even if you're playing V Rising and I'm playing World of Warcraft, you know, we're still sharing a world. We're still sharing a progression system. And then when it lines up, like Legacy is a game that we line up on, right? Then we would play directly together. But otherwise you'd be playing like indirectly through like an Omni platform. I think that's the only way you'd merge these community. Then what about all the Call of Duty lobbies? I mean, there's so many people playing that shit. That's a whole nother like 20 million players or something. Like, I mean, there's a lot of different little pockets for gaming now. Crazy. Yeah, Legacy is a game I'm really excited about. Not anything else really on my radar for 2025. Can't really think of any games that... Oh, well, into 2025, there'll be a new Valheim update. I'm really excited about that. And that'll be the last update, too, for those guys. And that'll go to 1.0, and they'll be out of early access. I'm excited to see that finally happen for Valheim. Legacy's gonna hit early access this year. Man, I don't know if there's any other games I'm really excited for in 2025 though. I can't think of anything new, man. Let's look at my wish list real quick. Oh damn, some of them got deleted on my wish list. I cleaned out my wish list a couple of years ago too, and like totally there's a couple games, not big games, but oh, have you played Myth Force? Or anybody else in the chat? You guys ever played Myth Force? I've always wanted to try that one, but never actually picked it up. I was excited for Duckside, Supervive, and Dungeonborn. Never heard of it. It's a PvE game, so it's probably not on your radar. But it's what caught my attention. Now I'm only excited for Legacy. Yeah, Legacy, and like I said, Deep North for Valheim would be pretty cool. Oh, we got a preacher in the YouTube chat. What's up, preacher? Hello, everybody. Repent for your sins. Believe in Jesus for salvation. Becoming a new person in this life. That's Mark 1615. Thanks for stopping in, Mark. We don't really appreciate being preached to, but I do respect your opinions and your beliefs. You want to talk about games? That's cool. Or are you just here to... Are you just a bot? You're a freaking bot, aren't you? If you're a bot, you're getting banned, Mark. If you're actually a person, though, and you're just, like, trying to spread your good word and start yapping right now, I won't ban you. Otherwise, you're getting banned, bot. No bots allowed. Humans only. Yeah, we don't even use Nightbot here. Not a bot. Blubber? Who's Blubber? I'm not Blubber. I'm Blobbar. Very, very big difference there in the reading of the name. You're not a bot. That's pretty cool. Well, I won't ban you then. And I appreciate your sincerity about your message, man. I really do. I appreciate you. But yeah, no preaching, man. We're just talking about games. Games, maybe some art. Talk about drawings, paintings, video games, that sort of thing, you know. Trying to keep it chill. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's a it's like a fantasy game, but so the reason I was attracted to it is it has like really cool like 80s style cartoon graphics, like cell shading kind of stuff. Pretty interesting. Hadn't really seen it before. Like it looks straight out of like a D&D cartoon, which I thought was kind of unique and different. It got kind of like mixed reviews though, so I was kind of like, eh, maybe if somebody else had played it. Maybe if that goes on sale in 2025, we'll pick it up. And there's Killing Floor 3. I never played any of those, and there's 3 of them. But the graphics just look crazy. Like, just like really like visceral, like crazy, like violent. Yeah, but just like really cool aesthetic and graphics. Yeah. So that one we'll keep an eye on. We probably won't buy it because it'll be like $80 or something. But we'll check it out. And then there's the Drifter that's coming up. That's like a pixel game I've been looking at. Like some like homeless detective or something. And it's all like 8-bit graphics. It's like a detective game. I think we'll probably play that one at some point this year. What else do I got on here that's coming out? Light No Fire. Dude, Light No Fire looks like a really interesting game. It's basically, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's by the devs company that did No Preaching. Do you live where there is no freedom of speech? There is freedom of speech here, but you're in my channel, and I am the curator of this conversation. And I have decided that I don't want to talk about religion or politics in my platform, right? So I'm exercising my freedom of speech through these chats and through this stream. This is my place that I've created for my freedom of speech. And if you want to make your own place for your freedom of speech, some place that you could, you know, do your thing, that's it all in your right, you know, and I support that. But I appreciate your dig at my hypocrisy, right? Or maybe or whatever you're trying to argue there. I'm not sure. Marvel Rival is pretty good. Dude, are you still playing Marvel Rivals? I was watching a little bit of it yesterday. I was watching a little bit of it, and it seemed a lot like, kind of like just another hero shooter. Is it kind of just another hero shooter, or does it got something innovative, like something cool? Like, is the only hook that it's Marvel, or is it like, has it got some juice? Has it got some juice to squeeze? Alright, we're gonna get some turtles and bears. That's what we're doing. I don't even care about Marvel. Haha. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I just like the gameplay and the look and the feel. I also like the style. Like, the style's good and the gameplay's good. Yeah, I mean, gameplay is really kind of the main thing for me. You know, if the gameplay hooks me, then probably secondary is like the aesthetics, right? Like the art, the graphics. And then third is probably the story. I probably care about story in video games the least. I go for story in books, I go for story in movies, even comic books I think tell better stories. I think video games primary, like how they shine the best is gameplay, you know? And if you can tell story through gameplay, that's even better. By like the diegetic UIs. But for me, PvP is the most important part of the game. Nice. Yeah. I can still be satisfied without story or PvE. Yep. Yeah, if it's good gameplay, right? That's kind of what it's about. If it's competitive and the population. Yep, you gotta have. So one thing I stumbled across, I was just yapping to myself playing Legacy. I was like, what does it take to make a multiplayer game? There's one thing you need. There's only one key ingredient to a multiplayer game. You guess what it is? This one ingredient. Every multiplayer game has it. You can't make a multiplayer game without it. There's only one ingredient. Oh, we got our War Chief's blessing. Here we go. Go get some food. For them bears. What's the one thing you need for a multiplayer game? Only one ingredient. It's an easy one too. It's kind of a trick question. People. Well, no, it's even simpler than people. You don't need people, you need a single person. That's all you need for a multiplayer game. You just need one other person. Like, you know, like think about checkers or chess. You need the person. You can have a Go board, you can have a chess board, you can have a checkers board, you can have the craziest, well-designed game that you can conceive of, but if you don't have people playing it, it doesn't matter. You need community, is what you need. That's the broader That's the broader answer to the question. And what do you need to make a multiplayer game? Is you need community. Simple answer is you just need a person. You need another human to play with, you know? And then the broader answer is you need a community that supports the game, you know? Huge. Huge. That doesn't look, I don't still look like a guy, do I? I think she looks like a babe, dude. I mean, she's obviously a troll, but got boobas and butt. Look at them hips. That ain't no guy. I'm saying she's a guy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, games. Oh, we were looking through my list. That's what we're doing. Now we're looking through the wish list. Light No Fire. That's going to be an interesting one. So Light No Fire is made by Hello Games, who made No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, if you're unaware, was the most ambitious open universe experience ever pitched.
I owe you one.
And it failed. It failed to really even scratch the surface of failed to even scratch the surface of the pitch, right? It got just dunked on like hardcore, like just major negative reviews, and Hello Games just kept working on it. They kept patching it and putting out major updates regularly, like really, really impressive updates, and they really began to flesh out. I had a severe lapse in observational competence. Oh, you did? If it's competitive and had a severe lapse in observational competence. You had a severe lapse? Talking to Blabar? Was that your big mistake? Or what happened? Observational competence. Oh. No, I can see it too, especially if you're not paying attention much, and she's got her helmet on. And it's always this view here, and I'm like way out here. But to me, the way the hips move are very feminine. Their hips kind of swing a little bit differently than male hips. A little bit different bone structure. I've studied a little bit of anatomy through art. Not a whole lot, but the human form is pretty analytical to me. I think I've studied it. The aesthetics of it, not medical, just aesthetic. And you kind of have to get into the medical a little bit to understand how the body is like put together, right? Like, so like when you try to draw a figure, like the arm doesn't like break, you know, because you misplaced it, right? You don't know, like you're not like pulling bones out of sockets and stuff trying to get your pose to work. You gotta understand it a little bit. Like I got some cool books that go through like anatomical correctness and just trying to represent stuff as it exists in nature, right? Kind of one of the cool things about art, capturing those organic shapes and stuff that just occur naturally, you know, and to like see them through like a human's eyes. Pretty unique to us as a species. Kind of what we do, you know. Observe. Kind of what humans are good at, observing. Observing and taking notes. Incremental changes. Science. Pretty good at that stuff. Building boats.
Better be good. Trust me.
The thumb. Thumb's pretty damn helpful. Holding tools. Yeah, games. Where are we at? We're talking about games. Oh, my connection's going to hell. I'm losing kilobytes per second. Stream's crashing, guys. Down to about 1,000 KB. I'm gonna start shutting down other programs here. Maybe you can try to save a little bandwidth. I will shut Discord. I know this all sucks up a little bit. That's about all we can close. 70 kbs. Yeah, we're crashing. Losing connection here. Xbox app. I can't tell why it does this sometimes. I gotta leave the web browser open. Close Steam. Close all the Steam shit. Steam's got so much shit open. Razor. Close all the Razor stuff. Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe something's like upload. Why would something upload off my computer? Or is it downloading something? But even then I can't find anything. Close all the GOG stuff. Close the Epic launcher. Close Discord. Yeah, we're still scraping the bottom of the barrel. Probably shouldn't play this game either, honestly. But the ping in here is good, which is interesting. It doesn't make any sense. Because we've got 65 milliseconds here, but for some reason our OBS is giving us like crop frames. Yeah, our bandwidth is getting sucked up. Oof, I think it crashed there. Yeah, it's just the stream, which is really strange. Let me do a net test and see what kind of speed that thing can register. Maybe it's my upload. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the upload's really low. Maybe somebody else is uploading a bunch of stuff in the building or something. Yeah, interesting. Is it skipping? Is it framey for you guys? Yeah, I'm getting unstable connection there. Or network detected. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As much viewers. What? We might have got kicked off of YouTube. Such what? Viewers, oh, they'll experience buffering. Okay, so it's still connected to YouTube, but it's buffed out of its mind. Yeah, we're only getting 2 megabytes second upload. Is it? Yeah, 200 kilobytes per second. It was at 6. And the game seems to run fine, which is really strange. I don't really understand it. And it's not like it's Twitch or YouTube, it's both. Gotta be my upload speed, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Anybody in chat know how to fix that? Or a way to check it at least? I mean, I checked it and it's low, but I don't know how to fix it beyond just checking it. Huge RP opportunities. Massive. Definitely a babe. I don't know what they're saying about you, Blobbar. You're a babe. I'm not a babe. Character's a babe. Getting confusing. Maybe I won't play any more female characters. Alright. Putting our helmet on. Going to work. Going to work. Where are them bears at? Bears, turtles. Someone's already eaten all the turtles. Man, he ate all the turtles. Bitch. Well, we need to kill bears too anyway, so. He got the same idea though. He's doing the same thing. Yeah, the sense of urgency just doesn't really happen in PvE games. Unless you do like some sort of hardcore like rogue like mode like this. Where I'm just like nervous to play because like action might be bad, you know? 2,000 kilobytes per second. Thousand kilobytes per second. It's getting a little more stable, it seems like. Maybe Mark's DDoSing us now that he told me he can't use my channel for his agenda. DDoSing me, Mark. Are you still there? I often wonder about that. How easily it is to DDoS my connection. Because there's been other times too, like I'll like kill somebody in a game and then like, oh, my connection's dead. They find my IP and hit me with the low orbit ion cannon, or what's going on? Yeah, I don't know how to track any of that stuff. I think it's just my building, probably. The old buildings, junk. Turtle meat. Eat bear meat. We need to cook the bear meat though. We can get the skill to cook the turtle meat. Do some fishing too while we're out here. Yeah, it's so weird that connection is bad, but I guess this is upload and download for games. It must be upload too, because you gotta tell the server where you're at, what you're doing. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, this wish list. We gotta look at this wish list here of games. 2025. Oh, we shut everything down. That's right. We don't have any of our apps open now. Bare minimum. Kind of wasting our war chief's buff, but okay. Like fishing. Give a chance these turtles to respawn a little bit too. Yeah, that drifter game. Talking about when the stream started to crash. Like an 8-bit point and click game. A detective game. And I played a little demo of it and it's really cool. Like you go under this bridge and there's like homeless encampments you go through and you're like trying to find a lost person or something, and it's just really grimy, but it's all 8-bit, so like it looks kind of retro and cool, and like it's like really strong lighting. It's like a really neat environment, and maybe a good story in there. I don't know. Silver. That makes me miss mining. Wish I could mine that. I don't like seeing those and not being able to mine them. 1,000 KBS. Looks like we're slowly coming back. Let's see if the other ones have caught up and getting good quality signals. Oh, looks like YouTube's still buffing. Unstable on both of them. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Man, we're dropping tons of frames too. Holy shit. 100,000 frames. I don't know if it's even watchable. But even still here. Big Swan bounced. Can handle the chop. Let's chop for him. We're way back in it's weird. Yeah, both streams are like buffed out of their minds. Yeah, Legacy's kind of the big game on my radar for 2025. And then the final biome in Valheim, that's a big one. It's gonna be really cool. But other than that, yeah, there's not much. A couple of those little indie games. 3. Light No Fire, which I don't think is coming out anytime soon, but I don't know if I'm looking forward to that in 2025. Maybe another announcement about it or something, but I think they learned their lesson from last time. You know, and if you're gonna like make these like super bold claims about this amazing thing you're gonna make that's gonna be extremely innovative, like maybe take your time with it a little bit. You know? Before you like put it out there. Because I thought No Man's Sky was great, but the amount of hype that they put behind it was incredible. Like, and it took them, like I said, like 5 years to catch up and basically turn it into the game that they pitched. So I think with Light No Fire, they're gonna hopefully learn that lesson and get more of it done before they really talk too much more about it. But that one's gonna be wild. That's gonna be like an actual. The open world adventure is like what every game is called, but it's never a world, right? It's always a flat plane, one big map basically. So the pitch for this game is that it's actually a world. Like it's a sphere. It's a big sphere that everybody plays on. And it's huge. It's the size of Earth. And now you might be saying, oh, that's impossible, blah, blah. What are you talking about? That's a stupid idea, right? There's no way they could do that. I disagree. Other games have done it. The realization of space within virtual environments, I think, is the coolest thing ever. And there's a couple games that did it super, super well. One of them is Microsoft Flight Simulator. That has a real globe in it that you can traverse. You can fly around. And it's like real size. You know? There's another game, I think it's called Dust or Dirt. No, I think it's called Dirt. It's like a racing game with these huge, expansive map in it too. It wasn't a globe, but it was like a really big map, like one of the biggest maps ever made in a video game. I can't remember. I seen a video that compared the sizes. I think you could fit World of Warcraft inside of it. You could fit like most other, you know, what people consider big games. You could fit within this game. That's how huge it was. And so it's a bar people have been shooting for a long time. And No Man's Sky was supposed to do kind of the same thing, but with the universe. Like they're like kind of the same pitch as Starfield. Like, we're gonna make a universe simulator, and there's gonna be tons of planets you can go to and visit. So that was the pitch for No Man's Sky. But Light No Fire, their pitch was, we're gonna make one planet. It's gonna be the size of Earth, and it's gonna be just insanely rich with things to do on it, like points of interest, factions of creatures, and maybe a full RPG. So it's interesting how they reduced their scope and scale of the game, right? It's no longer about the universe, now it's about a single planet. But within that planet, and it's interesting because that was the criticism of No Man's Sky, right? It was, well, sure, you got all these planets, but they suck. Like, I don't want to go and visit them all because there's nothing to do on them. They're empty, they're desolate. So they took that criticism, they're like, okay, what if we just do one planet really, really well? It's the Light and the Fire pitch. So that's a really interesting game. But I don't think we're going to see anything from it in 2025 because they haven't said anything about it. All they had is one teaser trailer. That was it. So I think we'll see more from that maybe this year, maybe another trailer, maybe some gameplay. But I don't think any sort of announcement or anything like that. Died. Mark didn't like me shutting down his preaching, so he got his archangels to DDoS me. And if you think I'm kidding, people do that kind of shit all the time. Hacker groups, hacker man. Yeah, we lost total stream.